guys.
Hey guys.
This is Eric.
This is Deannette.
Prairie Hill Farm.
Welcome to the channel today. What are we into today? What are we into, Stump?
Show them this pan right here and I'll show you what I'm into.
Let's show you the pan. Look at there.
Some broccoli.
Some broccoli. This is our Green Magic broccoli.
Yep.
Did you pick it all?
No. Some our cauliflower.
That's that Flaming Star. Show them that. Excuse me. That's that Flaming Star cauliflower. It's self-wrapping, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tell them what self-wrapping means.
It just means it rolls up over the head.
What's the benefits of self-wrapping?
It causes it not to turn. The sun will turn it
Oh,
off
okay.
color.
Uh-huh.
But some people do not self-covering. Some people come up, tie the leaves up over the top of it where it'll stay white like this.
So this is the white.
This is just a different variety.
And this is the Flaming Star. I forget what the name of that one was.
I don't remember. We got all these seeds though from Hoss Tools. We started our own seeds, started our own plants, and set them out. I'll give Greg and Sheila. If y'all need some seed, it's time to order your seed. You don't want to be behind when seed, because it's right now time to, we're fitting to start getting going.
How many plants did you pick, Stumpy?
Just a few,
Is
really.
Is this even half of what we had planted out there?
No, it's probably a third. I didn't plant that many, but it don't take that many, as you notice.
Look how pretty it is. We needed to get it out. See, this head is, I focused on it. This head looks good. But as you can see, this one looks like it might start to seed out. And you don't, it gets bitter when you let it go too far. So,
yeah, what you do here, see the middle is kind of jacked up, for lack of a better term, but all I'm going to do is cut it like that right there and pull out some of these that don't look so desirable.
what you going to do with that? You're throwing in the bucket, Stumpy.
We're going to give it them little old piggy pigs out there in the pen. And they'll make short work out of it. I think what I'm going to do though, I forget who I was even watching the other day, been trying to come up with some ideas, and she canned some of this broccoli for like a soup starter, or you can use it in like broccoli and cheese soup, or you can use it in like a broccoli casserole. So I'm going to can up some of this broccoli, and it shouldn't have, but you know, in case you ever wonder about your broccoli or cauliflower, any of that stuff, if you'll run your little water in the sink, and I put some salt in here, and so if there's any worms or undesirables, they'll usually come off and come out because they don't like that salt water.
They don't like that salt.
And it just helps preserve it and clean it. And so,
Are you going to do that together with the?
Yeah, I'm gonna mix them.
Oh, okay.
I can't see. Where's it? It's not, to me, there's not a heaping bunch of difference in the flavor of cauliflower and broccoli.
So for those of you who don't know, cauliflower and broccoli is something you will not find in the wild, correct?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
They got these are actually, I guess you'd say, hybrids.
Yeah.
They got them from crossing. I don't know what they crossed to get them. They're man-made. In other words, they don't grow wild like asparagus. It's a wild growing plant. And you know.
Hey, you. What you doing now?
Washing my broccoli and my cauliflower.
Let's go see how much you got out of that big pan. How many heads? Look at there. Look right there. That's pretty. What you gonna do now, boo?
Now I'm gonna blanch it for about 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna jar it up and can it.
How long are you canning? You have to pressure can it.
Yes. It's a low acid food. I'd have to go back and look. I think it's 25 minutes.
We'll let you know.
I'm gonna do pints.
Okay.
Alright guys, blanched it for a minute. Put a little ice in there. Just cool it off a little bit. Take for granted that I've never done this, so all I'm doing is I'm gonna pack my jars with broccoli and this cauliflower, and then I'm gonna can it.
And the reason you blanched it?
They say it helps preserve the flavor and the color. It's deeper and lasts longer.
And you put it in the ice to abruptly stop the cooking process because you don't want it to be mushy.
No. But I'm sure it'll make broccoli and cheese soup because most of the time you mulch it up anyway, so it's not gonna matter if it's soft.
It's got it looks like a teaspoon of salt in each jar. Look how pretty the color is. Yeah, the color's pretty.
Yep.
So it is not recommended to can.
This is what they call
Rebel canning.
rebel canning.
That's what I was going to get at, Stumpy. Was they say there's no safe methods to because you have to pressure can it so long because it's a low acid food that it would just be mush. But the purpose for us canning it is for soup purposes later. And so most of the recommendations is to blanch it a couple of minutes, throw it in an ice bath, dry it off, and put it in freezer bags and freeze it. But you know, sometimes your freezer goes out, so we're trying to do methods that will help us have stuff on the shelf that's shelf stable. Anyway, we are going to can this, and this is not going to be for your typical, you know, eat steamed broccoli. We'll do that fresh. This is going to be for soups and broccoli and cheese casseroles and stuff like that. I think I'm going to look at, in some more canning books and see if I can find an exact time. I'm thinking it's going to be about 60 minutes that you have to pressure can it. But let me go look and see, and I'll get back with you. Okay, guys. Where's Stumpy? There he is behind me. So, we did our research. We searched out other Rebel canners. Because none of the big books suggested that you pressure can broccoli or cauliflower. And I think the only reason that they did that was because it turns to mush and you can't serve it steamed, crunchy, and stuff like that. So anyway, we did find another Rebel canner on YouTube, and she said that you pressure can it for 60 minutes. So what we've done is we've got 8 pints in the in the canner back there. We're going to let it come up to boil. Let it boil till we see a steady stream for 10 minutes. Then we're going to put our 10-pound weight on it. And then we're going to go for 60 minutes. And like I said, these will be used for soups and casseroles and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see how those go. So we're going to get that going, and we'll let you see how it looks when it comes out. Maybe it'll be pretty. We'll see. So we found our trusty old blue book.
All blue book. Let's see. Copyright on this puppy.
Let's see.
Is
should be right there.
1972.
1972. And Stumpy said you have to get back before what? Should we say that?
I don't know if it's before USDA or what. But in the 1972 Ball Blue Book,
you can broccoli.
It says pints 30 minutes, quarts 35. So we'll probably go with a 30-minute canning.
Instead of a 60-minute.
It's in here though, but it has all of the brassicas. Let's see, we got broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, corn, celery and tomato celery. All of it's 30 minutes, 25 minutes. Cold or raw pack. Carrots, wash and scrape carrots, wash again. Slice, dice, or leave whole. Boil 3 minutes, pack hot in the ball jars. Process 25 minutes. Cold or raw pack, 25 minutes. That's carrots. Celery, which is something you don't hear much, but you do it the same way. You cut it into small pieces and process it for about 30 minutes. But you know, it's just funny. You asked yourself why back then. You asked yourself why. You know, it was all right to do it back then, and it ain't all right now.
It's not.
You know, all right. I say all right. You know, it's one word. All right down south. It's all right up north. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so you can see, you know.
There was a time when you could, I mean, logistically or legally. Well, I don't even know. There was a time there were instructions for canning broccoli, and we found it.
Yes, now they're saying, and it's like anything else. Probably somebody
got sick from it, you think?
Possibly, you know, did a little something wrong and it made them sick. Years ago, and they was like, oh my goodness, you know, can't do that. But I just know, and that's the reason I went back to the old Ball Blue Book. I'm very blessed to have this.
The gentleman blessed us with it.
A gentleman from church, goes to church, was blessed us with it. And
50 cents for this book.
In 1972.
50 cents.
And so anyway.
Wouldn't take $1 million for it.
It's funny, you know, but you think about it. Used to, people wasn't worried about a lot of things other than having something good to eat.
Right.
You know, and it stands to reason. You know, think about this for a minute. I put a teaspoon of salt in each one of those. Now, granted, I'm going to cook it, and I don't know what that does to the salt. But a lot of people do, what's the word I'm, gosh.
Rebel canning?
No, when you just put salt in it and
oh, fermenting?
Fermenting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can ferment any vegetable. You put a teaspoon of salt in it, put it in a jar, set it on the counter. The salt kills the bad bacteria and lets the good bacteria flourish, which gives it the pickled or the flavor of, what's that word again?
Fermenting?
Fermenting, good gracious. Of fermented stuff. It's OLD is what's wrong with me. But anyway, fermenting, you know, and that's just preserved with salt. And
Yeah.
so you put a teaspoon of salt in the jar and then heat it up, which kills supposedly all the bacteria, and the salt's still in there. So now we're not recommending anybody do this.
Please understand, this is just some way that we're going to do it. We're just
That's
showing
right.
you. We are not recommending you do it.
And I'm showing you I ain't gonna throw that broccoli away. I'm gonna
That's exactly
keep it.
right.
Okay. Which I'm gonna go out there and get some, maybe not today, but probably tomorrow. I'm gonna go out there and get some tomorrow, and we're gonna probably blanch it and
Vacuum seal it.
vacuum seal it and freeze it. And see how that,
See how that goes.
Which I froze some last year, but I didn't vacuum seal it. I just put it in Ziplocs.
The problem with our broccoli, when we freeze it, it gets freezer burn if you don't use it quickly. And
I think
so,
the blanching will help that though.
maybe so. So we're going to see how vacuum sealing does that. And maybe we'll do a video on that for you when that time comes. But we'll show you the end result when these jars come out of the canner in 30 minutes. Once the steam comes. And
You can grow broccoli too in the spring, a little later on. But last year I had a bad problem with worms on mine, and they get all wound in there in those little old trees, if you will, and you can't hardly get them out. So I decided this year to tote it through over the winter.
overwinter it.
And it's just as clean. There's not any worms, anything on it that I've seen.
I cleaned the sink up and there were no bugs in it.
No bugs, period. And so that's...
They probably drown with all those 7 inches of rain that we got.
It's a little more comfortable, you know, or whatever, and makes me feel a little better. I don't mind eating a worm, but
I do.
it's only if I don't know, you know. And but anyway, we getting a steady stream of steam over here behind us on the old canner.
See it, the all-American canner, boy. That's been a good thing to us.
Woo.
That's for sure.
No seals.
We got the nanny goat over there. She's supervising us. Wave, Nanny. Wave to the camera.
That's her.
She's supervising us now. She has to make sure that we stay appropriate on our YouTube channel.
We are appropriate. We try to be.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll bring you back and show you the end results.
We get them old broccoli out. We'll bring back, and maybe before we air this video, I'll cook like some broccoli soup or something.
And show it.
We'll show that. Let you know if we're still around. You know, if that broccoli don't get us.
You're so bad. We'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah. Tighten up there, Janet. Tighten up.
Smells like broccoli.
No, back up. Whew. Look at there, Jen.
Smells like broccoli.
Alright guys, there's our 8 pints of broccoli and cauliflower. Make some soup with one of these days here shortly. And we'll try to get that on video for y'all. Just to wind up this video, just want to say we appreciate you watching. If you don't mind, like it and subscribe if you enjoy the videos. And we appreciate it. Our channel is still growing. It's very slow, but we're thankful for everybody that gives us some views. And we really appreciate it. We just want you to know a simple life is a much more enjoyable life. And I'm just, me and my wife, we're just trying to preserve some of this harvest. I was listening to a guy the other day that said groceries could possibly go up another 30-something% this year. I can't encourage you enough. Get out there and grow you some food. You're going to need it. At the very least, it'll taste better than anything you can buy. It'll be cheaper than anything you can buy. And it'll just give you a sense of satisfaction that very few other things give you. We appreciate y'all watching. God bless you.